Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and find Diana, Brock, and Michelle,
or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or in this episode, I got something special for y'all. The Honorables with a Z. No, I'm sure. The Honorables with an S, Dana and Keith Coulter. Now, do y'all know who Dana and Keith Coulter is? The Honorables?
No.
Well, y'all gonna hear my check-in. I went and got my hair done. I'm in love. And the girl put on something called Couples Court. Why didn't y'all Negroes tell me Couples Court existed? It's basically this black couple who goes around like, okay, so it's two black judges, Dana and Keith, right? So they're the judges and they're real life judges. And this couples, it's not just black couples, but it's been a lot of Negroes. It's been a lot of Africans and Afrikaans and I ain't gonna go there, who done came in and they'll come to their problems. Like it'll be like, oh, did I cheat? This person cheated on me, and they be like, I ain't cheat on you, and they be missing 3 teeth and stuff, and then they like do a lie detector test. It's basically like Maury, Jerry Springer, Love and Hip Hop, Black Ink Group, and Marriage Boot Camp, and Judge Divorce Court all wrapped up in one. And at first I was like, I cannot watch this foolishness. I am not going to play. I am not doing this, right? But then I got hooked.
Oh.
And I'm obsessed with it. And I guess they've been on for 2 seasons, so I just when I'm like cleaning the house or doing stuff in the background, I just put it on YouTube. Anyway, Dana and Keith Coulter have been practicing law together for almost 30 years. They are legal experts and trial attorneys and are the first, married couple to preside over a television courtroom. Black excellence. Dana and Keith are both graduates of the University of Missouri Kansas City School of Law, and their combined knowledge of the law will help them to uncover the truths behind couples' needs. Dana practices education law with a focus on charter schools, while Keith is a civil defense trial attorney. Together, they use technology, including cell phone forensics, GPS tracking, and DNA evidence, among other things, to tackle relationships disputes on their television show, Couples Court.
Nigga, is this Criminal Minds?
I don't know what it is, but when you the first 5 minutes, y'all Negroes are not gonna be for it. Like you're gonna be like, no, this is 2000. What we about to go in 2019? You know, we're doing better. We're hydrating. We're drinking green tea. We're moisturizing. But 10 minutes in, you're gonna be hooked.
You be back.
And you're gonna be like, go on, Dana, tell her, because Dana began with Keith. Dana asked Keith. Keith, as a man, you're gonna be as a woman, as a man, would you do X, Y, and Z? Keith be like, yeah, I never would have thought of that. Or yeah, that's some stuff we would do. Niram, have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Please just go to, would you all just take a second to go to YouTube and type in Couples Court and just give them 3 minutes of your life just for Black excellence and ratings.
Where is this TV show aired at?
I have no idea. I've only seen it on YouTube, but I know it's a real series. I'm assuming it's on one of the channels. What's one of the urban channels?
UPN?
Do UPN still exist? Oh, you mean WB?
WB. UPS.
What in Detroit? The bots.
The bots.
Anyway, y'all check that out if y'all want a little piece of something to do over this holiday break. I know our cubicle warriors, a lot of y'all still off. You're cleaning your house. Get your house in order for the new year. As you making them black eyed peas and catfish and all that stuff, go ahead and put that on in the background. Who is you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 211.
It's 211, y'all. We done snuck back on y'all Negroes, did you? I wasn't going to come back.
Sure wasn't.
I was going to say, they just going to have to wait till that first week in January like everybody else do. I was going to treat y'all like the Silicon Valley work. See y'all the second week in January or the first week in January. But I was like, it's a lot of stuff going on. We didn't even like unpack some stuff from 2018 or talk about stuff for 2019. So I was like, you know what? Let's come on back.
Yeah.
In the spirit of Kwanzaa.
Absolutely. Kwanzaa.
Y'all celebrating Kwanzaa.
Be sure to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rate and review and leave it for Kwanzaa on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's Black with no K.
For y'all who don't know, Niram say Kwanzaa like that because our whole Kwanzaa crew, we watched a Kwanzaa documentary. I think it's called Black Candle. In Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou.
I'm sorry. I told y'all have I told y'all the story when I met Maya Angelou? Well, I'll say that for Black History Month. But anyway, she's very much that. But that's how she pronounces Kwanzaa. Like she just don't say Kwanzaa. Like every time she says it, she be like Kwanzaa. So another thing, if y'all got free time, look up Black Candle. It's the Kwanzaa documentary, and you can hear
Kwanzaa
said by Maya Angelou. Have I told that story when I went Maya Angelou?
I don't know. We didn't talk about so much. It's starting to be a blur.
It is. Maybe if I haven't, I'll remember to tell y'all in Black History Month. Because in Black History Month, we got something coming special for y'all. I hope y'all ready for it.
Uh-oh.
I hope we ready for it. That's what we ain't gonna say it, just in case we not. It's my check-in Nims. So like I said, we had to just come on in real quick for y'all, just to wrap some loose ends up, and we missed y'all a little bit, right? But updates on Nyambi is I found a stylist, y'all, in Silicon Valley. Blessed and highly favored, because y'all know I still working with this little piece of weave I had uncut in when I went to Detroit, and it's looking crazy. To the point where I just wear different types of head wraps and just the bottom of the weed's cute, right? Because I got to treat. I'm not making my hair fall out, right? So I make sure my hair is my real little piece of leave out is moisturized, and I just put a little Bantu knot and put it away because I ain't got time for my own hair to break off playing with y'all. And like I'll do a cute little turban or a cute little hat, or if I have to wear, like I'll just pull everything back and put everything in a ponytail and slick it down. Niram told me I was looking crazy though.
You was looking disheveled.
What do you?
We took Mabel to the vet, and we'll talk about that. But Nyambi ass over here looking disheveled, looking like somebody's mama that got 3 kids. A kid that got sick in the back seat, threw up on you. A kid that said they got to pee, you didn't take them to the bathroom, they done peed on themselves. So you got somebody, that smell like piss. You got somebody that smell like throw up, and the third kid is just on their phone.
Unhelpful. Like the folks I used to babysit, just unhelpful. Just not helpful with anything.
Meanwhile,
I gotta take Mabel to the vet. Because she done threw up. Well, she has. We'll get to that story too.
So yeah, you was looking real disheveled, baby. I said, I gotta let you know you can't come up in the new year looking like this.
I can't bring in 2019.
Not with this energy.
With that energy, I don't know if never you noticed, but I completely changed it up. Could you tell I changed it up?
Yeah, you came back. I said, new weave, who this?
So I found the stylist, and she's excellent. She's actually in the Santa Clara area, which is like by San Jose. So she is San Jose, Santa Clara area, and she's bomb. Like she has Style Seat. Where it means I can do appointments online. The price is already there online. I can prepay and tip all virtually if I want to. Like none of that. You know, I feel like sometimes a black stylist, you be like, how much is it, girl? And what you say, girl?
And it depends on what their bills looking like.
Come on, shout out Nia. Shout out to Nia. Nia said he went to a stylist. We went to Back and White, New England, said talking about the amount the hairstyle was depending on how much her bills were due that week. If it was a good week, look, it's a holiday, she feeling giving. Just give me 30. The next time, 83. What? $83.98. That sounds like a cable bill. It's something due, sis. But I was so impressed with her. Like I was more impressed than the other girl, and they kind of had similar setups. But you could tell, like the other girl I went to who did, like she was good with natural hair. Like I completely trusted the other girl to like wash, condition my hair, give me some twist outs, right? Like she wasn't bad with hair, but this girl here, she was just elevated, right? Like to the point where she had like one of them little solo booths, but hers was nice. Like it was decorated. It was clean. Like I don't want to say like the other girls was dirty, but like it was just organized, right? She had branding, right? She got like this brand. Like if y'all want to know who she is, go ahead and send me an email because I believe in sharing styles. I won't put her on blast here, but if y'all want to know who it is, y'all in Silicon Valley, let me know. I'll send you to her. Tell her Nyambi sent you. Anywho. Like she had branded, like you know, we Black Love Matters got merchandise. She got little comfortable pillows. Her theme is like gold and pink and black. That's what I said when I came to see her. She had on her shirt with her theme. Her hair was done nice. She sell bundles. They in the corner so you can touch them. She got wigs there. And she only had one other person there while I was there, but she did it right. Because at first when I walked in, I said, "Oh shit, somebody in the seat, god damn it!" But like she balanced us, right? So as she washed my hair, put me in the dryer, run out of the girl, like she did how she was supposed to do. And then even with my hair, like she's like, "Okay, so what do you want? What do you think?" And she laid it. And I said, "So can I book appointments again, like in advance? What I need to do?" She said, "Nope, just gonna Style Seat. I'm here. I'm open. I'm going." So it was just a total. It was asking you shouts to receive. That sister was about her hustle, and I could do nothing but put respect on her name for that because she did that shit. So I'm thinking I might stick with her for a while now. That actually changed my groove because I was just going to go get this little piece of weave redone one more time just so I can get use out of the hair because you know the hair's so expensive. Shout out to Fancy Success. But like, you know, you just don't want to get your wig and don't get it done again. Even I went to her, she was like, "Oh, this is good hair. You can get one more good wash out of this." And I'm like, look at it. Because, you know, usually stylists, "Oh, take it out, honey. Ooh, this is not.
I got bundles."
Yeah, no. She's like, "Oh, no, this is good. You said you got another wash and go in this." So I'm like,
3 wash and goes?
that's what I said. I said, come on, fancy success. If y'all looking for bundles, if you're looking for bundles,
look, I'm about to call Fancy, get a coupon code.
it's working. She's like, yeah. She's like, you can even take this out, wash it, and continue to wear it. Like she said, but as far as just your hair, because it's braided, right? You want to detangle it, comb it out, like you want to do that. But she's like, but no, you're still good. Your foundation's still tight. So it was just that, and I don't know, like this just going to be being off, right? At first, it was hard to disconnect from me, Niram. I'm not sure if you noticed.
Yes, I could.
But it was like I wasn't at work, but I was still tied to work. But I was kind of half doing work. I was half doing stuff at the home. I was half like resting. Like I was just putting half my ass in everything.
Yeah, you wasn't putting your whole ass.
And nothing felt right. Right? Like it really took me to Niram telling me, you look crazy, for me to be like, all right, if I'm going to be at work, I'm going to be at work. If I'm going to be off, I'm going to be off. Right? Like I need to if I'm going to do stuff for the house, I'm going to do stuff for the house. And I really had to make a decision. And I did. And it was wonderful. Right now? No, and I had to figure out how to do better, and I did. So that included I had to get my nails done. I got my nails done, y'all. How long has it been since I got my nails done? I don't know if y'all know, I'm superstitious. I feel like every time I get my nails done, things don't happen. Like bad things happen. But I know I got to take that bad energy out there. I'm reclaiming it.
One thing I'll be telling Nyambi ass is that her ass wait fucking 90 days, 180 days to get your nails done. Yeah, shit gonna happen because shit. 6 months done passed, baby.
No, it's so weird. It's so weird. But we went to the nail shop. They was lit. Weren't they some lit Asian ladies?
They were.
They was nice. I went and got my eyebrows threaded because my eyebrows was looking jacked. Like everything about me was looking crazy. And I wear oversized glasses. So y'all know, ladies with the oversized glasses, you know you can kind of play it off and just kind of put your glasses up. You know how to weave, so I throw the hair down. But I was like, no, I'm trying to be cute. I'm taking my little medicine from the dermatologist. Did we ever talk about that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and I'm taking my creams. I'm just doing what I need to do, and it was really nice to do it. And then with that, me and Niram, it took to the end of the week for us to start going out, though, didn't it? Like, was it hard to get me out the house?
Yeah, because we just wanted to just sit. Because Nyambi ass, y'all don't understand. Like on the weekends, it's hard to get her ass dressed and out the house.
It is
with the blinds open, let alone get the blinds open.
I know.
So yeah, I was like, I want to go somewhere. I'm getting cabin fever. Yeah. If you don't come, I'm leaving you here with the dog.
And what I say? What?
Fine.
I said, "Come on, Mapes. I got this heated blanket." But what was a highlight of it, Niram? I mean, you jump in and talk about this with me too. Is we seen If Beale Street Could Talk.
And that was good as hell.
Black excellence. How Kid Fury say it? Excellence. How you say it? Excellence.
Excellence.
Just like Kid Fury says, black excellence. First of all, give Regina King and Paperboy they Oscars. Okay? Regina King and Paperboy, I don't know that man's name. You know what they're talking about? He the chocolate teddy bear. He the I'm gonna say something.
It's like Omar Tyree.
I was gonna say he Teddy if he was an actor. From Black Ink Crew. Though he favorite Teddy.
Yeah.
Him and Teddy could be kin because they slim thick. What's the term we came up with for men that's slim thick?
I don't remember.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
He's slim thick. You know how they be telling women, "Oh, you slim thick." Like like sometimes, "Oh yeah, you really fit. You got it tight." Then sometimes you got a little thick something on you. Oh, his name is Brian Tyree Henry. And what's his name? What's Black Ink Crew? Teddy. I don't know Teddy's real name. Teddy. Both of them got the same shape. And give him and Regina King their awards right now. Regina's tired of playing with you. She tried you in 7 seconds. You niggas didn't give her anything. Now she done came in If Beale Street Could Talk. Give her damn award with a T. Okay? At first, with this movie, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't even know if I shared it with y'all, and I tried to be more transparent. I honestly was worried about this movie. I thought it was gonna be the hate you give little infants fuck you up every day energy.
What
is it though? What is the hate you give? Like the hate you give was good, but the book was better. Like, do you know? Like, and way better. Like, way better. Like, we're not talking about like Harry Potter, where like the books are better and the movies are good, but you can still watch the movie. Like the hate you give little nigga infants, they hate Mabel every day. Like the book and the movie do not compare, but decent, right? And that's what I thought Barry was gonna do to Beale Street, which is a classic Baldwin novel, right? Because when Baldwin writes, he's so eloquent, right? in the things he say, and it also with Baldwin, he doesn't say a lot. So if you take anything out, you miss it kind of the book, right? And then if you pair that with Barry, who only say 3 words, you could get a silent black film, and I didn't want that.
I was a little worried.
I was worried because Moonlight was very quiet, and not even Moonlight because he did a lot of like indie films before. They were very quiet, and like I said, Beale Street Could Talk is not a long book. Baldwin don't say a lot of words. It's very conversational. It's very like, yeah, me too, and da 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 da. Like, and then if Barry take any artistic, I thought it was gonna be a lot of staring. I thought it was gonna be a staring contest. I thought it was gonna be a lot of smizing, but it's not. It's very good. Also, I think it was just beautiful. Like, I don't want to give too much away because I hope people really go see it. And I'm just realizing that it wasn't released everywhere. I'm thinking it's at the AMC, the Cinemark,
No.
the Star Theaters, the Imagine Theater, and it's not.
No.
You niggas better get on the phone.
And call.
Get on the phone and demand it.
Pull a Nyambi.
That's what I do. Y'all know what I did in White Ass New England, to the point where they start calling me when ethnic films come out.
Hello, Nyambi. Just want to give you a call and let you know that.
So don't call me. That's what the manager was like. Don't call me. I said, oh, thank you. I'll be there. So go out and do it. But like I said, it was shot during the golden hour.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful, right? Everyone was honey kissed. The settings, the sun setting behind afros like halos.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, I need him to do an adult film. I think I want Barry Jenkins to do the black porn we was talking.
Oh. With the sun kissed on people's asses.
Yes, Barry Jenkins would do. Is his name Jenkins?
Yes.
Am I being stereotypical?
No, his name is Barry Jenkins.
Barry Jenkins, baby, I need you to come with a pen name and go into the adult film industry. Don't go in as Barry Jenkins because we don't want it, because you about to get you about to get you another Oscar, okay? Mm-hmm. But can you like be, what his name gonna be? Bit Bone Jerry or something like that. B-Dog. I don't know. We need you to come with another pen name, and I need you to do adult films. And it can be look funky dynamic. It can be classy based. Like, it don't have to be the ones with Timberlands on. Like, it can be very like elegant.
Oh, you don't want no Montana Fishburne stuff?
Oh my God. Don't do that to Lawrence Fishburne. He's a legend. And off his legendary status, I'm going to ignore that comment, and I'm not going down that rabbit hole. Because he's a legend. Because on break, I watched every black film of imaginable, including What's Love Got to Do with It twice.
Jesus.
But don't you need Barry to do an adult film?
Yes.
But not under your name, Barry, because you're about to get your second Oscar.
I can see the panning orange
glow. On the coconut glistened ass.
On the coconut glistened ass. And it's just panning back and forth.
Back and forth. And then the night sky.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. But I loved it. Something else to highlight. Again, I don't want to get the story
They're not going
away.
to be talking. They're just going to be fucking in silence. And there ain't going to be no noise.
That's what you're going to hear.
He going to take the noise out.
Oh, you say he going to take the noise out?
So it's just going to be panning. Are people fucking? No noise. Look.
You can't close your eyes because you don't know what's happening. What's happening, Barry? You silly. I do want him to do an adult film, either him or Ava, but I don't want them to use their names. I want y'all to come with a different name, come with a pen name that kind of winks to it. Mm-hmm. Also, what I liked about If Beale Street Could Talk is the way, and I don't know if this is Barry. I think this is a mixture of James Baldwin too, right? The beautiful way in which they highlight black male relationships, right? Like, I think Barry did a great job of bringing that to the film, and I think Baldwin does an excellent job of writing black men. And I hate to say this, right, because this feels very colonizer of me, making black men very human. Because they are human, right? Duh. But do you know what I mean, Nero?
Yeah, I'm human.
By like making them writing them vulnerable, but still in a masculine way, right? I think Baldwin and Barry was able to make it like, it was a lot of vulnerable pieces during this, especially with Paperboy, him telling his story, but it was still strength behind that character, right? There was still a sense of masculinity that was so refreshing to see. And even with Fonz, right, and his love for Tish, right? Of course, he's a man's man, air quote, whatever the shit is, right? But the softness and the vulnerability he would still have to have, but still so masculine at the same time. I think Barry did a great job of bringing that to the camera, and I think Baldwin's excellent at that. My one critique.
Okay.
I don't have many critiques. This might be a Baldwin critique though too. Oh, can you believe that? Let me say this quickly because I don't critique Baldwin, and Nia always gets on me about this. That I don't critique Baldwin enough because Nia has his own critiques about Baldwin. But I don't think Baldwin writes black women well. Don't get me wrong. Regina deserves her Oscar, right? But compared to the way and the complexity and the way you peel back the onions for black men, it's not there for me, right? Like, so I think about the women. I don't want to give away the story, but like, think about all the women. It's so much more that could have been unpacked in each of these women that it wasn't. And it was interesting, especially for it to be narrated from the woman's perspective. Some of that stuff wasn't unpacked enough for me. Compared to the males, it was a lot more unpacked. But I guess you can't do everything for everybody. Everybody can't be pleased, right?
Right.
But that's my only critique and that might be a Baldwin critique. I don't know if Baldwin writes black women or women, period, that well. Or I shouldn't say well. He writes them well, but on the level that he does black men, nah.
Well, you know, he was a gay black man.
Toni Morrison. Okay. Zoni Hurston. Okay, come on.
I'm just trying
it's plenty of black writers who write black males excellently.
I'm just trying to shoot him some bail.
No, he's legend. You got anything about Beale Street?
It was a good movie. I haven't, like I said, like I was telling you, you never read Baldwin's readings? No.
You've never been in. You haven't read one James Baldwin?
No.
Oh my God. Do you want to?
Sure.
I'll find you one. I don't know if Beale Street could talk. Maybe Giovanni's Room. Maybe you should read some of the classic air quote Baldwin books. I mean, Beale Street is a classic too, but maybe Giovanni's Room.
So I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what I didn't know what storyline. I didn't even look at a preview. I was like, oh, black film.
You really didn't know about
Sign me up.
this movie?
No.
Oh, I mean, Baldwin in this book. Okay.
Absolutely not.
God, I'm slacking.
That's why I was like, oh, black film. Sign me up. I'll root for anything black.
It was a beautiful love story.
It was a beautiful love story. What I liked about this movie is how it's real, and it didn't necessarily. I don't want to give a spoiler. Necessarily end like a happy ending, right?
Yeah, it wasn't a fairy tale ending. It was a realistic ending. Yeah.
And so it was like realistic to
like Baldwin.
Yeah, to black folk. And I think what's interesting is how, however many years he wrote this, that it's still relevant to today.
Come on. I think this came out in the 60s. No, maybe late 50s, early 60s. I don't know. I gotta see. But yeah, this came out in the 60s. At latest. Earliest, late 50s.
So yeah, even how that is relevant. And I don't know if that shows to his readings. I mean, to his writings. Or
because I'm in the readings.
Yeah. I don't know if it shows to his writings or how much shit really hasn't changed.
Yeah. For y'all who got teenagers out there, get them some Baldwin. Baldwin will change your life. And have them unpack some Baldwin. I wish I would have got James Baldwin in like high school. I didn't get into the readings of Baldwin till like college. Get them some James Baldwin. But no, I think it's good. Again, I don't want to give away too much for y'all, but go see it. Even if y'all got to travel a little bit further, make it a weekend event. Like, go to them indie theaters. Go ahead. It's usually by these college campuses and stuff. Go ahead and do it. Go support it. You'll love it.
And call your major theater
and tell them you want them. Because it's nominated for a damn Oscar.
Yeah.
It should be at theater.
For like best film.
Best film. Regina King. It's a couple things it's nominated for.
And the shit ain't at the AMC?
The Cinemark?
It ain't at none of the Cinemark?
The Imagines? Next, I'm almost done, y'all. Timeless. Y'all remember this show I used to watch called Timeless when they go back in time with a time machine and the black man named Rufus? They canceled season 3, but they done came back with a movie.
Oh.
On TV. Like, it's like an hour and a half show to wrap everything up.
Okay.
If y'all looking for a good, cute watch, it's 2 seasons. And they got, I don't even know if it's a 3rd season. They just added like +1. And it's like an hour and a half. So if y'all need something to watch, Timeless is there. Go watch it. Or for the folks who did watch Timeless and the motherfucker disappeared, it came back. So go watch the hour and a half special of it. And lastly, New Year's Eve plans, y'all. Not a darn thing. We're going to go Red Lobster in the movie with a friend. At first, we were going to go out and go see The Lauren of the Hills in Oakland. And everybody says she's going to show up. But I don't have time to be waiting on anyone in 2019. And I think the way I spend my New Year's Eve is very symbolic of my year. So it could be great, right? We'd be coming in bopping to do that. You know what I'm but
that thing.
living my best black girl life, right?
Sing y'all.
But if Lauren chakra's not aligned and she's back there calling the ancestors,
you can just be crickets.
I'm not for it. So I'm just learning to go with my gut instinct. And Lauren, I think she's still gonna be 29. Lauren got a lot of kids and a lot of taxes, so I don't think she's done. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna catch her next go around. But this New Year's Eve, child, Red Lobster, a movie with a friend. Nearums, what's your check-in?
Well, I ain't really got much because I just been chilling. We had a decent Christmas. What did you think what Christmas was?
Yeah, what was we do? We was here, right?
Yeah, we just chilled.
Yeah.
Just chill. Open up some gifts.
A lot of FaceTime.
Yeah, a lot of FaceTime. I think that's something you should have added to your update. How your family just was all at your parents' house and they just passed around the phone with a broken FaceTime. Until one of the cousins is like, "What's going on with his phone, child?" It's like, I don't know. Well, here, let me turn on my iPhone XR.
Did you say XR? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, we can see everybody clearly. So here, Nyambi, say Nyambi again.
Yeah.
Your ass had like an hour conversation with people you already had talked to.
Again, because they couldn't see my face. But we're learning that. But the only good thing about living on the West Coast is that we kind of got everyone early.
Yeah.
So we was able to finish talking to everybody about noon.
Yeah. I think that was the wonderful thing because we got up, around about, and then around about 9, we started making our calls. So that's like noon on the East Coast. And shit, by noon our time, we got everybody out.
Yeah.
And we had just had the rest of the day just to chill.
But then everybody, black families start eating anywhere between 2 and 5. My family
2 and 9 p.m.
My family wrapping in the latest meal on earth. So, we're good. And then we got the last bit of calls from our parents again that later at night. So it was really nice. And we went on a long walk. It was good.
Yeah. So we did that. And then the other thing is that, I visited some friends or like one of my old college roommates. So he's in the area and he recently had a kid. So, we went there and visited him, send flowers and shit like that just to kick it, have some grown up talk. Because I know how hard it can be for new parents. To not have nothing,
village.
Right?
Yeah, especially if they don't have family or anything in the area. I know I'm all about a village to raise a baby, right?
So, that's the cool part.
Just to love on them.
A, we went to undergrad together and, we were roommates for a year. But B, just to see the grow up and the glow up.
The grow and the glow up was real because I seen this roommate.
You knew this roommate.
This is the roommate. Nerum and this roommate created something called the grind line in their apartment, which is just when they had house parties and people would dance against the wall and it'd just be the blue jeans.
The blue jeans material was just all around our living
Or this
room.
the same nigga who made jungle juice with his hands. And was like, Nayabi, you want some? I don't drink anything you stirred. I don't drink anything that anyone has stirred with their hands.
You got to get deep in that.
Oh my God.
Gatorade
I put a plastic bag. No, nigga, I do not know you like that. All that salt and sebum from your skin. Probably got a hair floating in there. Oh my God. So from that to family, wife with sense, because he was known to date a ditzy one. He was known to date the dizzy ones, right? To a wife who has sense.
Yeah.
Hope they don't listen.
You never know. If they shout out to y'all, fam.
Y'all, fam, this positivity. This is a compliment.
Yeah.
This is
no, but I think it was just good just to see the glow up and the grow up.
Yeah.
We met a few times, and we were just trying to figure out like how we was gonna put together this double date or whatever.
Why were you nervous about me? Nerum maybe was nervous because me and his friends didn't have the best relationships.
No, y'all really did.
But me and him didn't have bad ones, but I think it was more of an unspoken like. If you want to get froggy, we can do it too. I think one of Nerum's other friends, we were a lot more vocal with each other, but this friend not as vocal. What you think, Nerum? Was you worried about me, Nerum? It's been years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Since I've been in the room.
But also, I was like, well, shit, why the hell you tripping? You got some old feelings?
No, I'm not saying, but I am. But as Nia say, when Nyambi disconnects from something, it's a firm disconnect, right? Like it's no coming back. Yeah. So I wanted to show you that I have grown and I've done the glow up too. I've grown up and glowed up too.
Yeah. But I also just thought
I think it was good energy though. I think we're in some more similar places than we were in undergrad.
Right. But I also thought like, especially like how we came in and where he was at in the situation. Like, so, we had just moved here. His wife was like
1,000 months pregnant.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 months pregnant and shit like that. I didn't know if she really wanted to get out the house or he just needed to be chill. I don't know what the pregnancy like.
Yeah, exactly.
And then also have my own thing going on. So,
Yeah.
I'm traveling, things of that sort. So it really just didn't match up to have, a double date or whatever, and before the baby. Because also, your ass is all up your job's ass too.
Yeah, because it pays the bills.
I know. So you was hustling too. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It just didn't work out. But, I think it was good to, have meeting other minds, see the
was good
baby,
energy.
Chill out, kick it. Especially since they found out that they moving.
Yeah, they're moving. I'm like, dang, right when you find, and they moving somewhere in the middle
Far
of
as
nowhere.
hell.
Literally.
Yeah, but also because you got to think about it, like we've only been here. Well, I've only been here like 5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've been here 6. But it was good. It was nice to. I asked Nerum how was it to have. I don't actually have a lot of friends from phases in my life that I'm close with. Now, right? Like I don't have a group of friends from like well, I guess I have maybe 1 or 2, right? That seen me like in high school, that can see me now, right? And see that change, or undergrad.
Yeah.
That change, right? I have probably more from like my graduate school era to now, but I think I'm still kind of similar to. I've grown and developed, but I'm still a little bit more similar compared to me in undergrad or me in high school or me just growing up on the block. And I think you have more friends to show your development and growth over your ages, right? I think you have friends from each age group, like close friends. Like I got people I can call, but you got close people that they'll drop what they're doing to come support you. So that's how I was asking, how you feel about that? And I'm like, it's just who I am. I was like, okay.
It is though.
Goodbye.
I think it's
Thank
interesting.
you. Goodbye.
I think it's interesting because
That's the downfall of being the only child.
the thing is, well, I was the baby of the family. Shit, all my family was gone.
That's not the. It's not the same.
But what I was saying is that I don't know if my personality or when it comes to like friendships that I've had in the past is that we can pick up where we left off at.
Yeah.
Like we didn't necessarily have a relationship or talked, at the undergrad. You know what I'm saying? Like we maybe hollered at each other once in a while, or we in the same. You know what I'm saying? We were in the city or whatever.
Yeah.
But I just lost train of thought. No, but what I was saying is that
pick up where you left off.
Yeah, but it's easy for me, and those type of friends to pick up where you left off at. So I think about like my best friend that I grew up with, and that childhood friend. Like we had occasionally holler once in a while, but we ain't necessarily kept in contact. And then what we did, we pick it up like net and left, right?
Yeah.
So,
I admire those folks who have folks they talk to every day, because that's what his wife was like. I got a friend I talk to every day. I don't talk to my mom every day. I only talk to the Lord every day. I don't know what type of commitment that is.
So that's very interesting. Maybe we need to look into that.
I talk to God every day.
I'm talking about somebody in the physical presence.
You know what? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Okay. We're gonna start breaking down.
Oh, you don't have to break it down.
Okay.
I know the tale.
Did you say I know the tale? Good is a very good tale. It's very good news.
No, but that's more or less how my friendships is, especially when it came to like the friendships in the past. So think about my friend I grew up with. I think about my college roommates.
Yeah.
When we on, we on. When we off, we off.
Yeah.
But it's nothing against them. Like I'm not like, well, you put me down. You don't call me no more. Blah, whatever. It's like, okay.
I don't do that either.
I'm like, okay.
I don't. What's my problem then? Because I think I'm able to jump in. I think I'm good entertainment.
Nyambi.
I think the thing is, I think people like the idea of being my friend. But they really don't want to be.
No.
I think that's what me and Nia get along. I think people like the idea of being Nia and I friend. But they don't understand what it encompasses to be our friend.
It's hard as fuck.
It's very hard. I'm a great friend. I got you. I'll ride or die. I give you my last. But it's hard to be my friend.
No. Nyambi had a group of friends.
Don't do this. I don't have any friends.
In high school, they was like all peas in the pods. And then something happened where it would have been a group trip.
Why you keep going back to that? I'm not even talking about that.
But I am.
Why?
Because that was like your circle. Those were the people.
For long terms, yeah.
That was the people.
Yeah.
And then something was going on with the trip. And then next thing you know, Nyambi ass was like, I'm all set. Lose my number. Delete me off Facebook. Matter of fact, I'm getting off Facebook. I don't want to talk to you hoes ever again. Goodbye. And it was like, but wait. Do do do. And it was like, Naomi, you just cut off your circle of friends right there. I don't have no friends. I said, oh,
The Lord.
okay.
Niram is blowing that out of proportion.
No, that's how it went.
That is not how
That
it
is how it went. So much so that some of them friends still be friends with me so they can get a glimpse
But they don't see me.
of you on my Facebook. But the thing is, they don't know that your ass don't play around with that shit.
I truly don't.
That they don't even.
Y'all, I've been on social media so long, I tried to post some stuff and it was hard. I said, where's the button? Anyway, a quick pillow talk, Niram, before we get into some questions.
Yeah.
Mabel updates. What's going on with Mabel? Niram, that's Niram dog.
It's our dog.
Yep.
So we took her to her vet.
Is she laying on your feet right now?
She's not laying on my foot.
Niram, look. She right under you. Your dog. Yeah.
Your foot next to mine too.
Okay, come on,
Don't
Niram.
move your foot.
Come on.
You know you love this dog. So we took her to the vet. She got a clean bill of health. I think what's interesting about this dog is that she's so damn scary about everything. And like Naomi said, this is Niram's dog. That, I had to do certain things to the dog at the vet so the dog can be comfortable.
Yeah.
So I had to pick the dog up. I had to hold the dog. I had to rub the dog while the vet looking at the dog ass and everything else like that.
And she ain't want me to do it. She wanted Niram to do it. That's why it's Niram's dog.
You jealous?
No, I'm not jealous. I'm just speaking facts. But the Niram, she y'all know she like a poodle mitt, so you got to clean their eyes. Niram won't do it.
No, that shit nasty.
You have to clean her eyes daily.
Oh.
And I think that's why she don't like me. Every time she see me with the cotton ball, she's like, this bitch.
I brush her hair.
Her hair like a half an inch long.
Oh.
She basically got waves. She got
Fly.
360s.
Trying to get her to 360s.
Oh my goodness. What else is going on, babes?
So the other day, I don't know where you was at. Work?
Probably work.
And, I'm up in the office doing work and Mabel's whining, looking for attention. I'm not really giving it to her. And the next thing you know,
Oh my
I said, what the I looked around, maybe you okay? Mabel died?
Mabel did.
This dog done threw up.
We think we gave her too much rich food.
So the night before, Naomi went to this cupcake place and got her ass a pup cake.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking, oh, this is going to be bad. But
She fucked up that pup cake.
But I was like, you know what? Naomi be like, I'm taking people joy away. Fine. Even though in my head and my gut instinct was just to throw it on the ground and say, no, don't eat that shit.
She fucked it up.
Because, initially I'm like, the dog don't deserve shit but dog food and the treats that we train her ass with. But Naomi be like, you be hard on the dog, Nero. You be too hard, let the dog free. Every time Naomi mama get on the phone, take that dog off that leash, Nero. No. I need to be able to keep up with this dog. And so her ass gets sick. I see pieces of cupcake in there.
Oh my God.
And ham and shit. And
I gave her, because y'all made a ham for Christmas, so I gave her a piece of ham too. So she got ham and cupcakes. That was too rich.
She threw all that shit up. Oh my God, it stank too. I had to go get it. So now, use that to get your hair done. So I was like, Mabel sick. And it's like, what? And I said, she threw up and she got diarrhea. Did she shit in the house?
That's what I was worried about.
Ma'am, your dog just threw up and has diarrhea. The only thing you worry about is whether or not the dog shitted in the house. Yeah. To answer your question, no.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Where'd she throw up at? In the house. You need me to go get some bleach? No, I got this.
Me, y'all, our dog only 9 pounds, y'all. It ain't that much.
9 pounds. So, did that. And then, we had to just do. She had to go on fast.
Yeah, we had to fast her for a little bit. She was so hungry.
Getting out all that stuff because she had them diarrhea bad.
Yeah, we had to just let her come on through.
So much so that when she was trying to use the bathroom, it didn't just come out. She must have had that burning. You didn't have that burning boo-boo where you ain't got nothing left.
There ain't nothing left. And she just kept squatting and nothing came out.
And it's just bowel and your booty
her
hole.
stomach was cramping.
Your booty hole raw because you've been wiping so much. That's how you was, ain't it?
Her stomach was cramping. She said nothing left because we ain't giving no water, no nothing. Then we had to ease her on water. And then we gave her a little dry food. And now she fine.
Yeah. Other than that, she's a big whiner. Yeah. Whiny ass dog. Yeah. It's on attention. And then Naomi ass always picking her up whenever she whines. I'm like, you got to stop doing that shit. She also hated to be alone. So whenever we would leave.
Oh my God.
her ass act like we killing her
Yes.
every time.
Yeah. It's like a woman getting her ass whooped.
It does.
Yeah, I'm like, what is somebody gonna call the police on us? Can we come in?
It's just the fucking dog.
It's the dog.
And the last thing, we took her to I took her to the dog park for the first time. So her ass go play with other dogs and shit.
How'd she do?
She did pretty decent. Mm-hmm. I think the interesting thing is so there's a bunch of stuff going on. So you got big dogs, little dogs. So Mabel's like the smallest one there.
Yeah.
So there's this one dog that was there where his trainer's up his trainer's ass. That's why I was like, that's how Mabel need to be.
Oh my god.
And
some of them dogs not fun.
so he training the dog. They playing fetch and everything like that. Mabel ass trying to play fetch too, but the dog too fast and everything like that. So I brought up a toy for Mabel, and I play fetch with her. So the thing is, we learning that her ass know how to play fetch, but only with Nyambi. So I take the fetch toy out, I throw it, she run to it, look at it, and then come back to me. Meanwhile, one of the big dogs then picked it up, and they start running around with it, and then she gonna look at me like you gonna get it back. I'm gonna say, you gonna talk to your brethren.
Go talk to your people.
You gonna talk to your people.
Yeah.
So all the dogs playing fetch with it and chasing each other and shit like that, and she just looking at it, and then she started barking at them. So eventually I get it back.
She got no sense to know it's her toy.
Yeah. So eventually I get it back, and I said, well, you ain't playing fetch no more because evidently you don't know how to do this shit. Nyambi ain't here.
Yeah.
So then the dog trainer, or I don't know what the hell, the dude who training his dog, that's training his dog, he got treats and shit. He telling dog, to sit down and shit like that. And then next thing you know, here comes Mabel ass like, oh, you got the treats. So he tell his dog to sit. Mabel look, and then he look at Mabel. You know how to sit? Mabel sit. And then his her ass sit down. I'm like, what the fuck?
Is she barely sit for us? So she sit for the white man.
I said, oh, this is a fluke. Like, let me just see.
Yeah.
So the dude say stay, and then he walk away. The dog walk away. The dog stay. He walk away, and then Mabel follow her. I said, all right. Like, yeah, she ain't that trained. And then he turned around to Mabel again and say sit. And then here comes her ass sitting down again. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
She kind of trained.
Yeah, and then you know how to do any other trips? You know how to lay down? What about jump? Look at all these fucking tricks this dog doing. And they looking at me like, oh, is your dog trained? I said, no. I don't know. Shit, I've been spending the week just trying to get her to know her damn name.
We just cleaned up throw up. What's her other one she know how to do? Bedtime?
Bedtime.
What?
Yes.
If we say bedtime, what she do now?
She go in her bed.
What? We were shocked.
Yes, I was shocked. Because yesterday, I was like, go to bed. And she wouldn't do nothing. I was like, bedtime. She's like, oh.
Oh, shit. I know what that is.
And her ass is in her bed. I said, oh, shit. What type of dog we got here? Is this Lassie? But then I was like, Naomi is ready. Like, she ready. Like, yeah,
it's time to do some training.
I don't know if you want to do the ministry of YouTube.
Yeah. And,
like, just do the YouTube training, or if you want to go pay and get the formal training.
Yeah.
But either way, she ready to get some training.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. That's hilarious. But yeah, you go ahead and find her trainer. We can do it.
All right.
Kwanzaa updates. This year we did not traditional, right? It's a very non-traditional, but it was still nice, right? So I know I personally been using like phone, videoing, like all types of stuff, right? To just communicate with Kwanzaa, talking with Niram, supporting like Black businesses and restaurants. Like it hasn't been as structured as it's been in the past, but it feels really nice. Like I feel like I'm observing it. I'm taking space for it every day, and it feels really good.
Yeah.
I'm with Nia. He's doing the thing where he only support businesses where they're Black employees. So he lives in a neighborhood where there's not a lot of Black businesses. So he said he can't spend no money during this week of Kwanzaa if there's no Black employees in the restaurant. He said he called it the Black Money Touched by Black Hands movement.
Oh.
So he was like, okay, if it can't be a Black business, I need you to have employees where the money going towards their salary.
Right.
So that's like something that tickled me and got me going. Mm-hmm. What about you, Niram? What's your thoughts on Kwanzaa? You've been low key about Kwanzaa.
Oh, I definitely been low key.
Low key.
I am taking the passive approach this year. I've definitely been to some Black restaurants. I've definitely been setting some goals.
Yeah.
And getting my whole creativity and things of the sort. I think I've just been doing everything.
That's a lot. That's still
I've just been doing everything like on my own.
Yeah.
And I know, Kwanzaa is all about, community and unity. But I think, for myself and like where I'm at mentally, I just need to sit back and just take a backseat approach with it and just do everything with it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in doing that, you can also support other people in their goals.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so if you didn't take the Kwanzaa shouldn't just be these 7 days, right? Like, hopefully you create goals and foundations that last throughout the year. And that's when you jump in and help other people, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Do we want to do a couple questions to kind of close out the year and
let's do some
reflect on the year?
questions. Yeah.
All right. So the first question we got was, if you had to describe your 2018 in 3 words, what would they be? You want to go first, Neil, or me?
You can go first.
If I had to do 3 words, it would be grace, faith, and unnecessary.
Oh.
Grace, I think you already know about grace and faith. I think every other episode, just go replay and listen to my testimonies and testifying. But unnecessary is the word I use because I think I did a lot of unnecessary shit. A lot of unnecessary worry, a lot of unnecessary like thinking, a lot of just, why you do that? Right? Like, what was the purpose in that? And so that's why I say unnecessary.
Okay.
That was the words that stick out to me.
Oh, okay. Mine will be footing, determination, and what was that, Mabel?
No, that was my stomach.
Oh,
And Mabel put her head up to y'all. My stomach growled. And Mabel was like, is someone at the door?
oh shit!
A little lunchy.
Footing, determination, and I want to say joy.
Okay.
Footing.
Why? Yeah.
Footing, just because I'm in a new area, we moved here for a better career and things of that sort. So still trying to get that footing and determination. I think with this move and everything, I had to use a lot more. I'm a very determined individual, but I think I had to kick it up a notch.
Yeah.
To even, be on a level playing field. And then the other thing was joy is that, being out here in Colonizer Valley, just finding time, or there's like points that was like very joyous. So, running the marathon, being out here in a good weather where I can run and be active as possible, getting Mabel.
Yeah.
Like even the point of like, I remember when we first moved out here, right, and we was just in their temp house, like that whole experience where it was just,
That was nice.
Grace
and mercy, honey. That was grace.
Where it's like, oh shit, we don't know where we at. Let's find the GPS to figure out where our house is at and like all that.
Selling our house in white ass New England.
Yeah.
Stepping on faith and coming out here and saying, okay, having the faith to know our house will sell out there and we'll be able to afford housing out here. You quitting your job, right?
Yeah.
That's stepping out on faith, right? We easily could have had a mortgage and highest rent in 2 of the most expensive states in the United States.
Yeah. And so I just think, those moments put together, brought me some joy in a person who's very unjoyful. Yeah.
Good. I like it.
Yeah. What was the most important lesson you learned in 2018?
I'm going.
Yeah.
This is something I really had to reflect on. And this is something that I really had to slap myself in the face about and really come to terms with. But it's this idea of not relying on conditional saviors. Right? So it's basically, I had to think about like when stuff hit the fan, what do I go to, right? Y'all know I love the Lord. And that's always my foundation, right? Like, I go to him for everything. But like I had to have real talk with this. Like this is even something I was texting back and forth with Nia on the day of Nia on purpose, right? Making sure my actions and my behaviors, making sure my behaviors and my words are integrity, right? If I'm like, oh, I'm giving it to the Lord, I'm leaving it there. I'm going to leave it there, but first I'm going to go do this, right? Like that's not an integrity with what I'm saying. So I had to really reflect on like, what did I do to self-medicate? Right. I won't go into prayer to self-meditate all the time. Right. I ended up there. Right. After, the circle in the world when I always ended up there. Right. And that's where it was solved. But I didn't. Right. And so I think about the things that, I self-medicated on. Right. Is it food? Is it, jobs, kids, relationships? Or if y'all think about it. Right. Are folks self-medicating on too much food? Are you trying to fill empty spaces with food? Is you drinking too much? Is you going to spend money, right? How many Gucci bags or Kmart bags, Route 66 bags do you need? Leave Target alone, right? Or even relationships, right? Like sometimes folks try to self-medicate on the fact or the feeling of being needed or wanted in a certain space. And, what I learned from those things or these ideas of like temporary saviors is that that or conditional saviors is that they're all like temporary. Right? They fix it for a second, right? It feels good for a second, but the long term is rough, right? And the overall theme that I got from them is these functional saviors, they overpromise and they underdeliver. Right? Overpromise. Oh, you'll feel so good if you eat this. It'll feel so good if you spend this. It'll feel so good if you do this, or if you get that promotion, or if you go above and beyond for your kids and you put everything aside, right? It'll work, right? That's temporary, right? These are overpromises with underdelivery, right? And with that idea of overpromising and underdelivering, right? It leaves you more emptier than you were before. But if you went to your first true savior, can I get an amen? To begin with, your cup would have been overflowing. So that's the biggest lesson I had to learn, that I was relying on some conditional saviors. And I had to have real talk with myself for who, what, when, where, and how. In recognizing when I do that, right? I'm on a crooked path. I'm not saying I'm going to stop today, tomorrow, right? But I'm going to try to be more cognizant and more aware and more intentional when I'm relying on that to bounce myself back. And go back to my true foundation, right? Go back to my air quote true savior to get quicker through it, right? Because I just want to be more efficient, right? This is all about a learning path and journey, but I can't keep making the same mistakes over and over again. How do I get wiser? How do I get more mature? How do I become more efficient? And I think that was one of the ways, is recognizing when that begins to happen and bouncing back further from that. So I think that's my biggest lesson that I observed or I learned, is that the idea of conditional saviors, right? And y'all know who my savior is, but your savior can be whatever it needs to be, right? It's almost that core foundation of who you are, what you serve, your purpose, right? So getting back to that core purpose and not these conditional purposes, right? Your core purpose is not just to go to work. Your core purpose is just not to spend money. Your core purpose, believe it or not, is not just to be a mother or father. I know I hurt some feelings on that one. But that's just not your core purpose, right? That is not the only thing you were brought on this earth to be. So I had to I don't know. That's my biggest lesson.
That's deep.
There? Ooh,
that's deep, baby. The thing is,
did I go somewhere I shouldn't have went?
Yeah, you went deep. Somebody need to hear that.
I'm just speaking what's on my heart. Maybe next year it'll be lighter. It'll be like, I don't know. Eat a salad a day. I don't know. But this year it was. That's just what I thought. That's what I
felt. I think the biggest lesson that I learned, or something that I learned in 2018 that I'm still constantly learning, is the fact of how to be a supportive role in our team or our relationship. With how everything was set up, especially when we both lost our jobs, we were both just hustling up and things of that sort. But when we moved here for, your new job, and, I was still trying to find footing, which I still am, that whole aspect of, all right, so I'm not the lead financially, but I need to be the lead in other things. So keeping up the house to the best of my abilities, or just doing other things that's more of a supporter role in a relationship is something that I learned. Like, what I'm saying, like right now, you LeBron, you Brian, right? I'm just a nigga sitting on the bench right now, but I still need to cheer you up, cheer you on, and keep you going. And I still need to be at practice every practice.
Yeah, it's any day you need to. You don't know.
Yeah, any
LeBron
day.
Just pulled his groin, didn't he?
Yeah, any day I need to come off the bench.
Yeah.
So, and it's something to do that, and also to take my ego out of this, because I know for most men, for them to have like their significant other be the lead financially, like they would eat them up inside. You know what I'm saying? They'd be pissed, resentful, and shit like that. And it's one of the things I had to check at the door before we moved here, because multiple people was like, "You gonna be okay with her doing that? Like, how you gonna be mentally?" And it's like, well, it is what it is right now. But if we're a team, it should really matter, right?
Yeah, hopefully it balance out in the wash, right? This is temporary.
Right.
Eventually you're gonna be the lead, or we making about the same, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest lesson I learned this year.
Nice.
What do you want your overarching theme for 2019 to be?
I think the idea of overflowing good news, right? Like, I just want to have this sense of overflow. And for me to be able to overflow, right, I have to feed into myself, right? I have to pour into myself through self-care, through my faith, right? But like I said, I want to be to the point where I have so much abundance that I'm able to give other folks. I just want to be in a place of overflow and good news. In literally and figuratively, right? Like I want to be able to tell folks when people see me, I want them to be like, her energy, right? Something like, ooh, you got something good. Just like even in my worst of times,
Right.
I want that, and I want to be like this self-advertisement for love and Black love and self-love and spiritual love. Like that's just really what I want to be on this year. Advertisement for the good news. Shout out to the folks who love the Lord, right? I want to share the good news all over the place, right? Without me saying it though. You know, some folks got to tell you the good news. You're like, well, if you got to tell me, honey,
Right.
is it good news? I want you to be able to look at me and be like, sister, what is the good news? What is the moisturizer? What is the hydration, sister?
Oh, you want to be like my sister?
Yes. And that's what I want. Like, that's what I want the thing to be. I want it to be the idea of overflow, abundance, good news, and just a self-advertisement for joy. That's what I want to be. No matter what, though. No matter what. That's what I want to be. And that's what I want the theme of 2019 to be.
Yeah.
For me.
I think for me it's two words: growth and discipline. And I guess you need discipline to grow.
Yeah.
Period. So and being disciplined in my craft, whether that's blogging, podcasting, and like really putting my whole ass into it, right? Because I know there were points and times where I didn't put my whole ass in it, or even my half ass, it was a quarter ass. So we're really going back to be disciplined about everything that I do, and if I say I'm going to do it, and like follow those steps of growth. Like I know the steps, I know what I need to do, but sometimes you get in your head, and sometimes the ego gets you where it's like, well, I know what to do. This should be doing it, but you ain't doing none of the steps, or you're not consistently doing the shit to do it, even though you say you need to. Even though you say you need to do it, right?
When your words and your behaviors are not in integrity, it says so much about yourself.
So, that's one of the things. And it's funny how I came upon this, because I was talking to my physical therapist, because, doing the stuff and running. And, she's like, oh, do you know this concept or whatever. And I was like, sis, I got a degree in exercise physiology. Like, I know what you're saying. And I said, the reason why I'm here is because I can't do it on my own, or I'm not willing to do it on my own. So I got to pay you my copay twice a week so you can make me do it, because I know I ain't doing it on my own right now. So even that, right? I know what I need to do. I got the resources to find out know how I need to do. And, and I'm not doing
You're not doing it.
And I'm not doing it. And so let me pay you so you can make me do it, because I'm not doing it, and in hopes that I will become consistent myself. Yeah.
What do you think that speaks to? What block?
I don't know.
What block is that?
I don't know what that block is.
Yeah, so I mean, you're not taking on podcasts.
No, because I'm just thinking about it, right? I don't know what block it is. I think that it goes to that. I want to say ego. Like I know what to do.
Like a sense of entitlement.
Yeah, entitlement. Like I know what to do. Well, why you ain't doing it? Like if you know what to do, and I think it comes to that. I guess entitlement is another word. Like, well, I just expect this to happen. Like, you should do this.
And see, look, and that's why you got to have your true savior, whatever that may be, architect, the Lord, the Father, whoever it's going to be, right? Because as a person outside, a friend could perceive that as a very off-putting, right? Like, so if you're just talking to someone in the human flesh, if they're here listening with their human ears, right? They hear that as like, oh, could you, like, say they ask you to do a favor, and you're like, oh, I'm just in bed, I'm doing this. They be like, what the fuck? Right? You ain't doing X, Y, and Z, right? But they're listening with their human ears. Oh my goodness. But your spiritual ears, there's another block that's going on, and why you can't, come on. But you got to unpack all of that to get through it.
Yeah. Come on. So, and I think that's one of the things that that I want to be my overarching thing, like discipline, growth, or even like the whole thing is like my motto right now is like 10X in 2019. So taking everything, all my goals, everything where I'm at, and like just 10X in that. Yeah. And, and really thinking about, well, shit, how hard is that? Yeah. Or like, what does that really look like? So IG followers, what's 10X of this? And be like, oh shit.
That's really that.
That's that.
Yeah.
That's 200,000.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Like, how many I got to get a month? And then you start breaking it down. Well, how many I got to get a day? Yeah. And you be like, well, shit. Well, how many I got to get an hour then?
Yeah.
And you start thinking about that. It really puts it in perspective But I also, with these lofty goals, I don't want to say lofty, but like with this statement of being like 10x in 2019, knowing that, it's scary, but it's also exciting at the same time.
Yeah.
And knowing that, okay, these are moonshots, but even if you don't make it to the moon, you
with the stars.
You still in the stars.
You went outer space.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, I like that. Oh, that was self-reflector. I like that one there. Nice. Do you want to... I know we still got some questions folks ask, like not kitchen table talk, but I know folks submitted questions. You want to go run through those really quick?
Yeah, let's run through those.
I like that. I don't know. Did we transition too fast? That's something to process about.
Which one?
I feel like I need some tea or something. I need Ashe. Ashe. Now we can go on.
Hold on. Here you go.
What'd you say?
My what's the name, boss? What?
Ashe. All right, now these are the questions y'all submitted us on Instagram a couple weeks ago. We just want to make sure we're integrity. This first one is from the last episode.
Okay.
So I figured we'd read that too, so we can start fresh with the new year.
All right. It says, hey Nyambis, Neros, and Mabel. Hope all is well. My random question is, what is the worst national disaster you were a part of, if ever? A little bit of backstory to my random. I live in Alaska, and yes, I'm black, and yes, there's a lot of us here.
Really?
Really?
What people live in Alaska? I live on an Alaskan cruise.
All right. Mm-hmm. We just had an earthquake, and yes, I'm fine, but just a bit shaking. I do remember hearing that earthquake. It was not as big or devastating as the 1964 earthquake, but it did its own fair share of damage. I didn't sleep for about a week after, just partly because of having the tremors, and they still having tremors. Partly because it's terrifying.
Yeah.
I am, however, from the Midwest, so I've experienced my experience of earthquakes, tornadoes before. This is a whole nother level. Peaceful blessings and abundance. So what do you think is your...
Oh my goodness, that's horrible. Yeah, I heard about that in Alaska. First of all, what y'all be doing in Alaska?
Yeah, what niggas do in Alaska? It's so damn cold.
I said, 'cause I want to go on a cruise, but what do y'all be doing, honey? Can y'all get catfish up there? Or they just get the salmon for the new year. We gotta send us some, honey.
Where y'all niggas get catfish from?
Black things. Anyway, I think about my natural disasters when we was in white ass New England. I think it was in 2010. Y'all can go back and see this, but it was actually a tornado that hit New England. It was our first year there, and I remember them coming. They was like, "Oh, you're from the Midwest. Like our weather's like we get snow and ice, but nothing very crazy, mild. Right? Like if you can handle the Midwest, you can handle the Northeast. Like we're good, nothing." And then what happened was, I think it was the summer, and like they kept talking. The news people even were like, there might be a tornado, and I'm like, might be. I said, was there a warning or what's happening? They did like a warning when I was at school and I was at my office, and I'm like, oh, it's about to be a tornado. Like the sky was turning yellow and green. And I'm like, and everyone's just going about that day. I was like, oh, I got to get home. And they were like, oh, it's not going to be a real tornado. It's just going to be like a thunderstorm. And I looked outside, it looked like the fucking Wizard of Oz. I was just waiting for the witch to fly by. It was like, da, 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 da. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I said, I think I'm going to head home. I'm uncomfortable. My manager was like, oh, yeah, of course. Like, and they kind of looked at me like, I think they kind of rolled their eyes a little bit, but I didn't have time for the colonizers. I only live like 10 minutes from there. So I hurried, but got my ass home. I got my flashlight. I filled up the tub with some water. Was you there yet, Nero?
Yes.
So, were you?
Yes.
I filled up the tub with some water. We got ready. Y'all, I tell you, probably about 30 minutes after I did all that, when I tell you that tornado hit New England and shut shit down, water was gone. This is what we ain't had water for like 2 weeks.
Right.
Like you had to go to things and bathe. And when I got back to work, they was like, you was right, Nyams. We ain't know what to do. They was like stuck at the campus for like almost to like that next day and shit. And I was just like, oh, I know what a tornado is. And I'm glad I followed my good and got my ass at home, honey. Got my canned goods. I got my can opener and I was ready. Remember that stuff?
Yes.
It was crazy. I had my flashlights, my candles, everything.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
I'm going to say the same thing. That year was a crazy ass year when we moved to New England.
Yeah.
Because we had, I want to say every national...
Bombo Genesis.
Everything. Every national natural disaster ever. So we had a tornado that year. We had a hurricane.
Earthquake.
We had an earthquake that year. And
the most snowfall.
The most snowfall ever.
Ice storms.
Like every natural disaster. Only thing we didn't have was a tsunami.
Yeah.
But
Nor'easter pretty damn close.
Yes. But tornado, hurricane, earthquake, the shit called bombogenesis,
Where it's thundering and snowing.
thunder snow.
Thunder snow.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
We had a nor'easter. That's where the
North and east.
the weather goes around in a circle and it just spins around you.
And it stay there.
And it just stay there.
You know, a tornado moves, but
Right.
a nor'easter just hang out there.
Right. So imagine a snow hurricane. That's what I called it.
Yeah.
It's a snow hurricane.
Yeah.
And it just stayed in one spot. And it just snowed and fucked around and got like 20 inches of snow.
It was more than that.
It was
It was
crazy.
like 30, 40. It was ridiculous.
It was crazy.
We survived, though. To the point I was like, the Lord coming back. I think school was closed all the time. Like, it was like people literally just stayed in their house and just ate canned goods.
I was so happy that we had a gas stove at that time.
Oh, it was a blessing we had a gas stove.
Because I can imagine staying there with an electric stove and none of that shit working.
Yeah.
Because I think that's all we did. For all of those natural disasters, we was like, oh, we just going to cook everything in our fridge.
Yeah, we just start cooking stuff.
Right. It's like we start with the fridge and then
it
we
was
move to the
snow
freezer.
outside, so we were able to put stuff outside. Like, we was roughing it, honey.
And then I had a barbecue grill, so everything we cook in the
we
stove.
barbecue, and
just
the folks
barbecue.
came over when we had like abundance of it.
Right.
It was crazy because the food's just gonna go bad.
Right. So you might as well just cook the shit.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Where we're at was popping for next year.
Yeah.
'Cause we did the Atlanta thing, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where it's at.
Right here.
Okay.
So these are questions from y'all from the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one was popping for next year. I think we already said it. I told you abundance, overflow, moisturization, more podcasts. I don't know. We claiming live one next year?
Yeah. I think we should do a live in 2020.
A lot. 2020.
Oh, 2019.
Yeah, thank you. He done manifested it. So I'm hoping a live podcast, right? So I think that stuff's coming. More
Yeah.
content, books,
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah. So I kind of twist Naomi's arm for a book project. It's not necessarily the coffee table book that's coming.
I do want to do that.
But another book from the content that we produced from so far. And I think that's going to be a good idea. So I'm excited about that once we get everything going with that. Same thing. What else? It says, I hate New Year's resolutions. Why not strive to be great year round?
What's popping for next year?
What's popping for next year?
Well, you believe in values. What did you just call them? You didn't say resolutions. What you just call 'em?
Values. So, like, you just call them values. So values and goals. Like, what do you value in life and what are your goals? And like values are things that people say about you, like when you did, like, he's a good father or very caring or, shit like that. But that those are things that are not necessarily tangible. Like there's no meter or measuring stick to say whether or not you was a good father or not. Like the same thing for like being very caring or, very giving. Well, giving, yes, but like very charitable, right? Those are values or things that people say about you, but there's not necessarily a way to measure that thing. Like, there's no meter to be like, oh, took my kid on a walk today. Let me add that to my good father meter. So, thinking about that, like, what are some things that you value that you want people to say about you when you dead? And then, like, what are some goals or some things that you can do that can move towards, like, closer to those values?
Yeah.
And using that value as more or less a compass to moving forward in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I used to do some resolutions, but they never really worked out for me. So what I usually use the new year as a time for reflection. Not setting goals or anything, but just to call a thing, right? To see where I'm at, where I'm going, just to see the trajectory, right? So even every new year, I necessarily don't come up with new resolutions or anything, right? I reflect, and I think I take time and space to think and reflect to see where I've come from and what I've done. I honestly use my birthday more as like a air quote resolution goal setting time. That's kind of when the year starts over for me. I almost see this as a check-in since my birthday is like in the summer.
Yeah.
Next is, what pet peeves do y'all have about the holidays? Oh, I don't know if I have one.
People who can't cook.
What you say? People? I don't know if I can. I guess people not being willing to put plans in stone, right? If we're gonna do something, when are we doing it?
Yeah.
And if we don't do something, that's fine too, right? Or like folks that like kind of want to host but don't want to host, like, or they like, oh yeah, let's do this. We should do this. I'm like, yeah, we should do it. When do you want to do it? They're like, oh, well, you plan it. It's like,
No.
That kind of bother me. That's my pet peeve.
Yeah, people who can't cook.
Oh, don't do that. You said that's your pet peeve.
Yes.
Can't cook.
Other than that, like, I think one of the things that used to get on my nerves when I was in like college and shit like that is that family members who just see you as a certain part in their life, like when they last seen you, like, oh, you just Lil Nerum from the block, and it's like, nigga, I'm a full grown, realized man.
Yeah.
I ain't seen your ass in 8 years, and your only memory of me is being on the block.
Yeah.
So like that type of shit.
Gotcha.
That's a big pet peeve.
Gotcha. Net says, what are the top 3 keys to your relationship that keeps y'all reinventing yourselves? I think we trust, communication, not falling out of love at the same time, speaking truth.
Yeah.
I think the one that I've got from my pastor is this idea of really having a grace-based relationship. So making sure I give Nerum the grace that he's need to, monthly, weekly, hourly, secondly, right?
In addition to all of those things you said is that, is just being straight up with your partner, right?
Yeah.
It's been times where it's like, all right, cut the bullshit. Truth moment.
Yeah.
You
look crazy.
You look crazy.
You look disheveled. Is this the goal?
Right. Truth moment, you looking crazy out here. You're not doing what you said you was going to do. So, like, even that, like, being able to call your partner out, or not necessarily call them out, but, like, just let them know, like, you looking mad wild out here, and not having a bad feeling toward, like, and not getting your feelings hurt by it.
Yeah.
Because, like, I think earlier in our stage in our relationship, when I told, if I would have told you, you look disheveled, you probably would have felt some way about it.
Yeah.
But
now I tell him, take a picture and let me see.
Right. And that's what I did. I was like, you look mad disheveled. No, I don't. I took a picture. Look at this. Look at yourself. I don't. That's me? Yes. That's you. That's how the world sees you right now.
Is that what you want? Do you love yourself, beloved?
Yeah.
Y'all look coming back. Beloved, do you love yourself? The next question is, when are you guys going to talk about the show 911? We do talk about 911. We haven't did it in a while. Maybe when it comes back in January, we'll talk about it somewhere. I know the last 911 episode I seen is when, I almost said called Harriet Tubman. I don't know her real name. When Fern, and we got the whole backstory of Fern and how she used to wear bad Medea wigs and how she kind of came to full circle of who she is. So no, I like 911. We'll get back to it when it starts.
Yeah, I also think like one of the reasons why like our schedules be off that sometimes we don't watch TV shows.
We'll go stints when all we do is watch TV, and then we'll go stints when we don't watch no TV.
Yeah, at all.
So y'all can tell in the episodes.
No question, just love. Thanks for being who you are. Thank you. Google Harvard bias test and take the light skin versus dark skin test. Tell me what you think.
We seen this, and we're gonna do it in the new year. I put a bookmark in it. So it's called the Harvard bias test. I think it's like the implicit bias test, and they have like a bunch of different ones. So it's like about religion, skin color, socioeconomic, and we're gonna play around with it and see what it is. So we can talk about our implicit bias and biases that we have, and we all got them.
Yeah. How do you navigate making a relationship better with your family and significant other?
Time.
Yeah.
It just takes so much time. It takes time and grace. Like, you just have to put the work in, and you have to be willing to forgive people, even sometimes when they don't deserve to be forgiven. That's when the grace coming for it. Like, I think that's what it is. Time, grace, and consistency. If you can do those things, you'll be good. Yeah. What you think, Nero?
Yeah, definitely time. But also, like, just you have to do it in small bites, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to grow your family and things of that sort. Thing is, like, a lot of shit changes, right?
Yeah.
So you just got to make time, but also do it in small bites.
Yeah. And
know that it's not going to happen overnight, especially when there's some family traumas and shit.
It is, like, especially when there are. I don't know any black family without trauma. And also, what we talk about now, Yan B thing, the idea of overflow and abundance. You got to make sure you right. So if you're not in a place to give anything, right, if your love tank is empty, if your giving tank is empty, there's nothing left to give anyone else. So I think first and foremost, you got to see where you at. Is you at least on half full? I say go to 3/4 of a tank before you start giving anything up. Are you at least at 3/4 of a tank of your self-love, your self, awareness, your self-care, your self-efficacy? Is that where it needs to be? And then once that's where it needs to be, then you can start pouring into others. But I think it's okay to be self-full and say, I'm not even in the space to give to a significant other or a family member right now until I fill myself up. And I think, some folks might be a little off put by that, but I think in the long run, it's better for you. But if you go under 3/4 of a tank full, you can give some of that out.
Yeah. Can you submit other people's Black Love story? Yes.
Absolutely,
Sure.
you can.
You want to submit your grandma, your auntie, your mama and daddy?
The folks down the street,
Right.
at your job, feats you just seen, any of that you can.
Right. How long should a couple be together for submitting a Black Love?
Up to your
2
discretion.
days.
Your discretion, an hour. The hour, the moment, the second.
Look,
What song is that?
I don't know. As soon as y'all niggas say,
Call me. Aretha Frank, call me. The hour, the second, the moment. Call me, baby. Call me. I love you. Remember that? Call me. Hey, that's a bop.
what I was gonna say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you for that rendition.
Yeah.
Very lovely rendition.
I love that. Call me the second, the moment, the minute. I'm like, come on, Riri.
As soon as y'all niggas say y'all go together and y'all want to submit a Black Love story.
Yeah, I would just say, hopefully y'all mutually agree that y'all item.
Right.
In some form. It can be monogamous. It can be polyamorous. I don't really care.
No.
As long as y'all agree on it.
Y'all go together. And if you want to submit that.
If you don't submit all three of y'all, if it's a whole community,
right.
Submit the community, honey.
But don't be submitting no fuck shit. Like,
don't be submitting you and your dog.
right. Spend some time on it. Y'all know we read this shit.
Don't be sending no catfish
don't
shit.
Don't be just leaving one word answers.
Don't submit catfish stuff. I love him. We've been together for 3 years.
Right.
We've never met. He not real.
What's the key to y'all relationship?
Strong battery life. Backup battery.
Backup batteries.
All right. To submit your Black Love stories, go to blacklovematters.com. And to submit your question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. And to leave a comment about anything that we talked about today, you can do that on blacklovematters.com. SoundCloud, Stitcher. Follow us on all forms of social media. That's Black Love Matters with no K. Don't forget that voicemail at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. We hope y'all have a beautiful new year, and we'll talk to you then. Talk to you later. And remember,
love is ever evolving.
Peace.
Peace.